Alright, so in this one, I want to go over which LF deserves the Zenkai the most for Black Friday, because we know, I mean, we don't know, but we can assume that somebody here has the Zenkai, because I think there's a few candidates, and I think there's a few that can be fixed with the Platinum. Maybe not, I won't say fixed, I'll say a band-aid, because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, while he is, a very good unit now, with his Platinum, I do think that's a band-aid for the future, because once his stats, again, this is how the game works, once his stats fall off, that Platinum, it just can't save him. We went over LF Beerus, we used him. Even though he has very, 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 very good stats, you see that he's lacking compared to when he dropped. And yes, I know, his Zenkai dropped like 2 years ago at this point. It's good that he's lacking, right? He should not be number 2, number 3, number 10 in the game when he's that old and has a Platinum, right? You look at, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He eventually will age out. It's been almost a year. I think it's actually been a year since his Zenkai dropped. He will age out. That Platinum will fall off. And the initial, I guess, kit of him just isn't good enough to hold the high standard of what PvP will be and is, and all these other units that are getting up there without their Platinums, like Evolution Blue Vegeta, like Cell, Grade 8 Vegeta, Kid Buu, Merge Zamasu, Rival Gohan. All these units without Platinums that are top 10 already. You look at LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who was on release, like, no Zenkai, no nothing. He was pretty mid. I mean, did anyone like him? I didn't like him. I used the Red Kid Buu. He came with Red Kid Buu. I used Red Kid Buu. I was like, oh my god, Red Kid Buu is cool. LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he did pretty ass damage. I don't even think if his ult did go type neutral, it just didn't nuke because, again, he needs that plat. Maybe not now. He's not, like, forced to have it, but he still wants it. And I do think that's a factor we have to play into just discussing this, like, which unit will get a plat, which unit will actually need a Zenkai. Because I feel like, again, some units here, and you guys know who I'm talking about, right? Like, there's only 4 real candidates for a Zenkai for Black Friday. And, 2 of them I think can be not fixed, once again, but a band-aid to kind of cover their weaknesses for now with the plat. So the ones that probably getting a plat, I would say UI Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Honestly, look, okay, I know people hate this guy. They love to hate him, right? And I'm in that boat. Like, he's not the best thing in the game for sure. If I were to just say a general opinion, I would say he is a worse version of LF Majin Vegeta, because this here, this here, right? Where he gets hit and he tanks better and does more damage, right? Majin Vegeta is basically the same thing. The thing is, he takes too long and he has no stats, because Majin Vegeta, the only reason Majin Vegeta does it well is because he transforms. So his stats are like 170s probably, like, or 160s for defenses, right? And they're at the same stars. This guy doesn't transform, so his stats are 140s, and he wants to take quite a few hits, because look at how much he has to build up. 10. While he's on standby, while he's getting hit. It's like, bro, it's not good. The reason a plat would probably fix him, I guess, fix, is because it would give him defenses. Maybe a double defense, HP, ultimate damage, and strike damage plat. Like, this would probably fix him. His strike stat is pretty fucking low. That's like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta level, and that's a defense type, right? And he just takes way too long, like 70%, okay? I get hit 10 times, or my ally gets hit, I guess, Oh, that's so good, right? Like, not good. 120%, and that's it. That's it. And then when he's last man standing, he can get up to, 160%? That's not a lot for the stats of 228k. I just think if they gave him these defensive equipments, he'd be perfectly fine. A platinum defense equipment just for this guy. Again, similar to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Maybe just a theory, don't have the last slot be LF rates, because yes, if you actually do the math, and there's people who have done the math, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, his last slot to get it red is about the same rate as you pulling an LF on, like, a daily. Like, that one banner that's always around that has, like, name it Goku, FSK, Beerus, whatever. Your chance of getting a red slot is equal to you pulling an LF. You're not going to pull an LF maybe one in every 300, 500, 600 days. But that's how you get a red slot to get Gogeta's optimal setup, because obviously 50% minus no 50% is a big fucking leap, and it's worth the leap, right? But Goku, I just think a Platinum kind of band-aids him. You give him some defense, let him live, let him actually eat hits so he can do his unique of eating hits, because, you know, you want him to tank. And actually, I'm just going to check Majin Vegeta because I'm curious what his stats are, right? So already, in base, he has higher defenses. Then, transforms, yeah, okay, 150s, but still. It's still higher, right? And then he does the same idea, I guess, here, where he gets hit, he gets damage received, 10%, you know, whatever, it keeps stacking. Then he has damage inflicted, and it just is a higher percentage, and he's transforming once again, so he has higher damage and higher defenses than Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And Majin Vegeta came out about 4 to 6 months prior to Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Again, just remember, Super Saiyan 4 Goku was the bait. This was the guy you were baited for before Anniversary. Little did we know, you didn't even need to sew on the Anniversary banners, you know, besides Rebel Gohan, who was the second part of it. But this dumbass two-finger motherfucker was the bait. And on release, he was, well, on release we had Oxo, and that was the whole thing. If you don't know what Oxo was, I think it was like a gift card type of thing, like a Mexican 7-Eleven, I think. Just a, can't think of the fuck, like a chain type of store you could go to, like, again, like a 7-Eleven, I guess, where you could use gift cards from there, like Oxo gift cards, and infinitely, like, 14-star. Everyone had them. Just buy CC, you wouldn't get charged, it'd be on a gift card. You could just infinitely spam it. People were doing that, and even, because I remember running into a lot of 14-star Super Saiyan 4 Gokus, even with 14-star Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he was still laughably bad. So it was like, honestly, it was like the perfect storm, because it was right before Anniversary happened, and it was like, okay, well, shit, this LF's gonna be pretty fucking busted. It's gonna, like, downgrade or degrade the future LFs. No. Because LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku, even at 14 stars, looked like absolute dog shit. It was like, oh, this guy's ass! Because you saw, I swear, you saw, like, every other match, there's a 14-star Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because you just, it was infinite money. You literally had infinite CC. Obviously, those accounts got banned and all that, you know, whatever the fuck. Don't use fucking cheats, hacks, exploits, whatever. Don't do that. But seeing them for, like, a 2-week period, because it took a long fucking time to get them banned, it was comical how ass he was doing. Sure, I had one thing he did nice. His ult would hit hard when they were last man standing, because he was 14 stars, so you had that scenario actually viable. You know, even at 7 stars here, I laugh at trying to make him a last man stand, just because he isn't going to do what Super Saiyan 3 Goku does. He's not going to do what, you know, what other fucking team is he on? GT. He's not going to do what Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku can do. He's not going to do these things. He's just not a clutch enough unit. And, I mean, just give him an equip. Just give him an equip. I don't even think we'll get it now. I don't think we'll get it, like, in recent future, you know. But I do think we will get one before his Zenkai, because, again, they see how well it works with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. They balanced it correctly for a PvP, but, like, let's say you have, like, a 14-star Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like, that's, like, a top 5 unit in the game. That's not a joke. That's legitimate truth, because green, yellow Saiyans, while it is a little bit overrated and people are, I think, overusing it to, I guess, have that type neutral, it's still a really good team. Like, a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in LBR is probably, if you're playing no rush, he's not the best individual unit, but if you're playing with the rush in LBR, he's probably the best individual unit in the entire game. Like, it's not even a question. Like, compare every LF to 14 stars. It's probably Gogeta, Evolution Blue Vegeta, Grade 8 Vegeta, and then, I mean, Revival Gohan. But thing is, you look at Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he shit stomps encountering Revival Gohan. I do think, again, I've said this, you know, pretty, I wouldn't say a lot, pretty much a decent bit recently. Revival Gohan, with how these units are getting buffed, how these revival units are becoming anti-revival more and more and more and more and more, and to a better extent, every single new unit, you look at LF Cell, you look at Gogeta's Plat, Revival Gohan, to an extent, is becoming a liability. And you see that with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, if you compare them at equal fucking stars, 14 stars, it's not a contest who's better, right? They need to give Super Saiyan 4 Goku that treatment so he could be at least, I don't know, who the fuck did he come out around? LF Rose level. He's not going to be Future Gohan level, but Future Gohan level. You know, after Anniversary units who came out, Full Power Frieza level. Like, be around these units, levels that are at least around your timeline of release, because some units here kind of fall in that department, like Kid Buu, you know, falls in his own department of, okay, he's like as good as Future Gohan, he's as good as LF Rose, like, nice. Future Gohan, again, same thing, kind of falls in that department. Then you look at, like, fucking Goku, it's like, whoo, you fall in the department of, like, UI Goku at that point, and that man came out fucking 6 months, 7 months prior to you, so it's like, whoa, what happened to you, good sir? But, to go on UI Goku, don't think he's gonna Zenkai. I do think he will get the Platinum equipment. UI Goku is a strange one, right? He came out almost a year ago, in about 20 days, I'm looking at it. It is November 5th, about 20 days from now. It'll be a year since UI Goku released, and I would have to say he is probably the worst aging LF in the game. Just doesn't do enough. His damage is lacking, even after the 8 counts, even after a green card. It's just nothing impressive. You know, if I fucking 5x, 4x, whatever he can be, Zenkai buff this guy, you'll still laugh at how pitiful he can eat a hit, even though I know it's UI Goku. He does not want to eat hits, obviously. But you have to understand, a character getting that much boost, it has to inherently make them better, and UI Goku just looks like the same UI Goku with the 4x boost, with no boost, right? And that, I guess, could be a compliment, but it's not meant to be. He just needs defense, right? I know they were scared of him because, oh my god, this is the first new mechanic, unique gauge unit, like, we can't give him too much shit. Bro, look at this defense. This is 8 stars! Look at this defense! You can't do that to a unit. You can't make a unit be able to get one-shotted in PvP. You can't. An 8-star? Come on. Look at that 14. He probably has below, like, 160s, right? Dude, that's awful. And even this is so stupid when they do this to us. I hate when they do this. They did this for the yellow transforming Vegeta as well. Now, I'm sure more recent units as well, but the strike stat is higher than the blast, but he's blast-based. That, you know why that's bad? It's not like, oh, that's funny mistake, ha ha ha. No, it's actually bad. If his strike stat is higher, let me amplify his strike stat. There are melee equips, strike equips, that I cannot put on UI Goku, yet his strike stat's higher. Why is he range type when he gets overall damage inflicted? It's not like he's getting, you know, specific damage inflicted either. He's getting overall damage inflicted. Why is he a range type when the strike stat is higher? It doesn't, it's stupid, it's silly. They made such basic mistakes with this guy. Again, the defense is, that's a 14-star we're looking at right here. 14-star. It should not be that low. It should be 165, 170. It should be around these good areas because, motherfucker, it's UI Goku! Like, come on, man! Like, what are you gonna do? You can't make him shit. I'm worried for Master Ultra Instinct because I guarantee you he's gonna have a new mechanic similar to UI Goku, and they're gonna fumble the bag because, look, this is the worst aging LF in the game right now. Like, it has to be. I would say Super Saiyan 4 Goku is only better in age just because GT's actually becoming a real team. And honestly, that Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I'm running him on GT with, like, Omega, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku, GT Kid Goku, and then I'm having that fucking LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku on the team. Like, I can actually feasibly use him on a setup. This guy, no. You have Zamasu who just came out, his Zenkai, Purple Vegeta Blue who's better, Rose's better. Every single other purple on this guy's main team, which is God Key, it's not Sun Family or Saiyans because he's replaced 10 times over by Zenkais on those teams. He's not a main option, and it's UI motherfucking Goku. He needs the same exact treatment as LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He needs a more defensive Platinum. He needs probably, I mean, maybe a unique, or not unique, third slot would be like, okay, his unique gauge goes up 10% after this many counts. or something like that. Like, he needs something to just amplify him being able to eat a hit, because his offense isn't the worst thing. You know, having those switch stats is annoying, but he can still do okay. It's just that my unit's getting one shot and he's 8 stars. It's like, like, what the fuck is this? Like, why the fuck do I have this guy if he's gonna get one shot for me? Like, LF Broly's 8 stars. You think he's getting one shot? No, he's not at all by anything. Like, maybe an LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku fucking ultimate, sure, but that's a lot of units, right? Because it's fucking neutral. It builds up, whatever. LF Broly, who came out a month later, is not getting one shot by UI Goku, or like UI Goku will be. Like, it's a down bad situation, for sure. I just noticed I have all those 8-star. Wow. They all came like the same time, and I had them all 8 stars. Wow. It's pretty cool. Then you just look at my whale status at Evolution Blue and Cell, and it's just like, oh, they're 7 stars. They just dropped. Like, oh. Kind of changed how I spent money on this game, I guess. That's actually hilarious. God damn. Literally all my LF. Alright. Let's digress from my whaling here, but the ones who actually need the fucking Zenkais. Alright. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I want to be him first. One, because he came out almost 2 years ago. UI Goku was last year. This Vegeta and Rose came out. Obviously, not LF, Red Rose. Came out Black Friday 2 years ago. He was very fun on release. He was like top 5 on release. Oh my god, this Vegeta. Holy shit. He could still do like pretty nice things. Like, what do I even call him? Like, a quick switch-in type. Like, okay, I do a strike, I do a blast, and I pop my main at mid-range. Boom, you're locked in. I could probably kill somebody. Like, that's type neutral, or maybe type disadvantage. But it's such quick, like, everything. I could probably get off a quick kill with this guy. He deserves it. This guy just... He exudes goodness, and he needs help. That's actually hilarious. Same stars as UI Goku, and he has higher defenses, actually. This is a 2-year-old unit! UI Goku's 1-year-old! That's what I mean, where they were scared of UI Goku. People might not understand it, but you look right here. A 2-year-old unit has the same defenses as a 1-year-old unit. That is not power creep. That is scared. That is terrified. They are fucking nervous to make UI Goku good. I mean, he was good for like a month, but this Vegeta, just give him a Zenkai. He doesn't need much, truly. He needs that stat increase. He is leaking on those stats badly. I would say, you know, to look at 8 stars, which is probably what most people would have him around. I would think maybe a little bit higher, a little bit lower, but at least 7 stars, right? Get his strike to like 250, 260s, get his blast to like 240s, you know, it's whatever. His defense is to like 160s, you know, critical, hero store, whatever, you know, leave it at that. But don't make him like a tank, just make him like what he wants to be. He wants to do damage. Let him do a strike and blast. Let him, you know, pop his main, and then he pops the ultimate, then that locks in. He has double card draw speed and 50 fucking key. He can combo you for like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards, and then boom, pop that fucking ult and lock you in on it. I mean, that value is just insane, right? Obviously, I think they would neuter him a little bit because that lock-in, they are so terrified of lock-ins, right? There is no other unit that is a Zenkai, at least, in most new units at least, don't have lock-ins. Like, you look at Fat Boo, he's the only one. He is the only one they are willing enough, and they were willing enough, which they stopped since Fat Boo, to give a lock-in. Just, I switch in, I lock in. Simple, basic, stupidity, nothing else. Since Fat Boo has been giving a free lock-in like that. This Vegeta has a free lock-in. Given, it is on a card, so it's not the most free, but like, the only other on-card lock-ins is, okay, Transform Gogeta, where I had to be a fucking Super Saiyan, I had to pop a green, and I had to pop a blue. Like, that's 3 things I need to do. Vegeta, you pop main, you pop ult. That's it. They're scared to do that. I feel like that would make him a bit neutered, and on top of this, you know, fucking green card, which is pretty fucking nice, 20% to your ultimate damage, and your ultimate is doing 30%. Probably going to have that penetrate cover when he gets a Zenkai. On top of every single time he's doing cards, he's getting damage, and giving damage. Like, yeah, Vegeta would be scary. He even has it here a little bit, actually. After you upgrade my 30% instant damage cut effects, imagine I went to 100% on top of all the stacking he can do for his ultimate. Oh my god. His Zenkai would be so magnificent. God Key, Strike God Key, I want to exist. Like, I really want that to exist. He could make it exist so easily. You run this guy, Zamasu, and, I mean, do you really need, like, Who do you run at that point, huh? You could run Rose, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just, it's not going to synergize the greatest. It would go well, but it wouldn't go the greatest. Who else would you actually run with this Vegeta? You wouldn't run Evolution Blue. You want a more strike-based setup. You could run Vegeta Blue. Yeah. You could, yeah, Strike Future as well. Oh my god, I just realized Strike Future! Strike Future's also down bad for green. They have Transforming Rose. He's a fucking range type, by the way. He can do good strike damage, but like he's a range type at heart, right? And this Vegeta has really good equips. Most Vegetas have like really good pure equips, which if you don't know, pure equips, they multiply into the unit stats. Like if it says base strike attack, that's added onto their stats, right? After like Z abilities and all that. Pure is like per this battle member. That means it's multiplied. So if you have like a equip that says per Vegeta family battle member, well, hey, he's Vegeta, or Vegeta clan, I guess. Vegeta clan battle member, well, he is that. So if you pop that on him, he's getting that pure strike attack, blast attack, strike defense, blast defense, whatever it is, and it's going to be multiplied. Multiplying into this guy who's getting damage, supporting. Every single time he does anything and breathes correctly, he's going to look really fucking good with the Zenkai. They cannot fumble the bag with him. They haven't fumbled the bag with any LF Zenkai yet. On release, I wasn't really too impressed with Frieza, but over usage and time, I learned that Frieza's fucking really good. Goten, not a fumble. It's just that people don't understand that a second-rate option is not a bad thing. Like, that's what he is, right? He's a second option to Rival Gohan, and I can't argue. I can, like, see why you'd use Goten over Rival Gohan. Again, with the idea of Rival Gohan starting to be a liability with the anti-revival stuff we have in this game. Like, honestly, I could see why people will run, like, Goten FSK Future Gohan instead of Revival Gohan. Because, again, all the stuff anti-revival has right now, it's a lot of fucking shit. One unit goes type neutral for 30 counts and steals 2 balls. Evolution Blue Vegeta's what I'm talking about. Cell, you can't do jack shit after you revive and he kills you. Gogeta, you're fucking making me get a second rush in 2 counts. Like, it's really fucking good, the anti-revival. And I can argue, like, Goten is more usable right now with how many good anti-rivals exist and the teams, because obviously Regen's really strong. GT's getting up there in strength. Saiyan's obviously is Gogeta's main team right now, but GT's getting up there in strength. Goten's probably a better option at that point, but that's just me. And then Super Vegeta. I mean, come on. You know, everyone wants him. I don't think anyone else here, by the way, is needing of a Zenkai. You know, we went over the 2 that kind of need a plat. Obviously, both these Gokus here, but Super Vegeta. Super Vegeta, just, I don't expect much from him. Like, if he does Zenkai anytime soon, if I were to predict when, I would say he most likely makes sense for Anniversary, because he dropped Anniversary. Why would you not? Like, let's say they release, okay, a new fucking, I don't know, what the fuck could they release? A new Gogeta, like, Fusion Reborn, LF Super Gogeta for Anniversary, right? I don't fucking know. It's just, whatever. And then, it's kind of like that whole premise of what we had in the beginning of the game, like, first year Anniversary. It was like, the gods versus the fusion. It was like, okay, Blue Goku and Vegeta, who were the new units, versus Super Vegeta, who's the LF new unit, right? You kind of had that idea revisited, and it's like, okay, Super Gogeta's the LF, but this Zenkai, Super Vegeta, is out. And then, you know, it's kind of like that story arc where they had with that. Obviously, they kind of dropped it, but, you know, that same thematic idea, right? Super Vegeta, I mean, he's at 13 stars right now, right? You probably have him a little bit lower than I do. If you have him higher, congrats, but he needs everything. He needs everything. He has high critical. That's nice on Super Saiyans, right? But he needs everything, right? He is literally Green Goku Black, but locked. What I mean by that is this. So if he does a strike, or he draws a strike rather, he gets strike damage. Goku Black, if he were to draw a strike, he gets overall damage. Blast, blast damage. Goku Black, if he were to draw a blast, he get overall damage. Green card gets key recovery. If it were Goku Black, he'd get overall damage. You get what I mean? Every single thing this guy has is something that is just locked, and I mean, they threw the fucking key away at this point, right? If they unlock this, which I heavily doubt it, and what I mean by unlock is just make it, hey, he draws a strike, gets overall damage. He draws anything in the game, he gets overall damage. Not this per this per this, not restrictive, right? I doubt they unlock it. he is a Super Saiyan, and the reason, like, you look at Kaba, you look at Super Vegeta, I mean, you know what's coming when you see a Super Saiyan gonna Zenkai, right? I have faith that he could be good, but I'm not the most confident in the world to say, yeah, Super Vegeta's gonna be Z tier on his Zenkai. Like, nah. I honestly think he would probably be the worst LF Zenkai. I don't see a scenario where he would be that great. I just think they're way too scared to make him as good as he was, because he reigned over the game for, like, what, 8 months, 11 months? Like, he was that numero uno guy for the entire, almost year on his release, right? I feel like they don't want to repeat that. They don't want an FSK repeat as well. If I were to compare where he might be in terms of, like, how good he is, I would say worse than Goten. And I do think Goten is arguably worse than Frieza. Maybe team-wise, Goten's better, but unit-wise, I think Goten is arguably worse than Frieza. I would think Super Vegeta falls below Goten, being the worst LF Zenkai in the entire game. But that's just me. Personally, who I want to Zenkai, because I probably haven't even said that, I would say Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I like the idea of God Key. I like fucking Vegeta Clan, and I could run, hey, not Evolution Blue, Jesus Christ, Grade 8 Vegeta, this LF Zenkai, if he's Zenkai'd, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and then I run, well, they're struggling, but I run fucking, who the fuck else do I run on that setup? Holy shit, Angel Vegeta, I don't fucking know. Give me something, just give me fucking something. Let Vegeta Clan fucking thrive. It actually is more like synergistically, I don't think that's a real word, but synergize is better, Jesus Christ, than Sun Family, but still such a lacking team because it's all top heavy. You know, you have endurance now with Vegeta Clan being a thing and Great Vegeta existing, but it's such a mismatch. It's like, oh, just give us something. Like, this Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta would just, again, he's gonna buff strike and blast damage. Overall damage inflicted per his strike and blast used for God Key or Vegeta Clan. Make Vegeta Clan good. Zenkai this guy. That's all I want. Let me know what you guys think. What Zenkai do you think is coming? What Zenkai do you want to be coming? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.